Hey, peace world. Thanks for pressing play on another Pay Me No Mind sports and entertainment video. My name is Wood. Please consider becoming a subscriber to the channel. If you like the way that any information is being presented, do me a favor, take a split second and hit the like button, or any other form of engagement would be appreciated 3,000%. Look, man, it's late at night, but we had boxing back. Getting into some bite down boxing talk. Salute the baseball jumping off. My Tigers got blown out today by the Reds, my wife's Reds, and we had boxing tonight. It's great to see another promoter, major promoter, jump back into the game. Those of us that have DAZN, subscriptions that we just lost 4 months with, that we hope to hear some good news at some point from DAZN. Um, but yeah, you got to use your DAZN app, and you got to see a guy who can make some noise in the in one of boxing's best divisions, year after year after year, decade after decade, welterweight. So let's jump into it. I'm not going to talk a whole lot about these. Feel free to check out my write up over at www.bitedownboxing.com. Got that out up there maybe 20 minutes ago. So that's all. My full thoughts are there on the entire card. Just looking at Vergil Ortiz Jr. and Samuel Vargas. Seventh round stoppage. I thought Reese was gonna jump. Referee Jack Reese was gonna jump in a lot earlier, up in that round. Or Samuel Vargas was taking a lot of shots, but a hell of a fight though, man. I mean, honestly, Vargas could have fought much differently. He stayed in the pocket. He faced the fire. Tried to walk through the fire. I liked the controlled. Vergil Ortiz is a very interesting dude at welterweight, and him talking about facing a Thurman or Danny Garcia really put some pressure on the PBC, and just this lack of a willingness to work with others, in the division, and they're running out of options as they mix and match, their guys around at that weight. You want to throw in the former champions with Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman, Porter's out there, you guys, Jamal James. You can mix these guys around a little bit, but at some point, these guys are gonna need different looks, different opponents, and the sport could use it. And Vergil Ortiz, he can box, he can bang. I was a little disappointed that he didn't get the flat out, hey man, knock out my dog over here. But rested when he wanted to rest. These guys are coming back from this layoff. We don't know. He had to weigh in twice. I think on the first weigh in he was 147.2. Had to strip down, towel, put the towel up, and he was able to do it. But to come back with questionable sparring, limited access to gyms, fighting in a crowd-free environment, that takes guts, man. So it's good to see these guys giving back to the sport, giving back to us fans. And before guys get those titles and get into the big money and whatnot, they're able to do this type of stuff. And but like I said, man, he went out there, hell of a jab. He doesn't do, he's not the quickest, most dynamic looking guy, but everything is just very controlled. He stays poised, power jab, slip shot, stand in the pocket. He was able to rest when he wanted to, attack when he wanted to. 2 or 3 rounds, over that final minute, he exploded on Vargas. And then shout out to Vargas. Like I said, you can't match. He couldn't match Ortiz's power, but he tried to march forward forward in moments and attack Ortiz's body and stand his ground. He was unsuccessful, in doing it to the later portion of the fight, but gave us a damn good fight. First night back for Golden Boy. Gave us a damn good fight. So check the article out again, www.bitedownboxing.com. Shane Mosley Jr. against Jeremy Ramos in the co-main event. Solid 8 rounds of action. I think, if we want to be honest, you can kind of see, can they get, can Mosley Jr. get to Sugar Man, as they call it? Rest in peace to Nazim Richardson, brother Nazim Richardson. Can he get into the contender picture and compete for a world title? I'm not the biggest fan of middleweight, of the middleweight division. I thought he did a solid job. Definitely could fight smarter and make it easier for himself. And Justin Gamber was on him. I like the way that Gamber communicates. That's Caleb Plant's coach, as well as I think Ahmed El Bialy. And you saw when he wanted to focus and fight smart and use his height and his reach, you could see some things. But when he wasn't disciplined with his range and whatnot, chin up in the air, not anticipating those short shots inside, he ran into some trouble and put himself in, with the bigger puncher, could put himself in a bad situation. Hector Valdez and Josue Morales at super bantamweight, another good fight, entertaining, 8 rounds of action. Valdez got to show off his entire arsenal, but Morales, a guy, not a lot of power, but a damn, crafty little boxer, was able to stand in there and keep it interesting and good. Again, standing in the pocket, being there for action, but not necessarily getting hit a whole lot. Just didn't have, much to fire back with in return. Sinisa Superbad Estrada against Miranda Atkins. That's a bad look for Estrada, man. She's well-spoken, bright personality, just a solid. I like to see more of her, man. And coming off the fight with Marlena Esparza, I think Marlene Esparza, the controversy in that, but she got to show so much more of her game in that fight, and then to come out here and get this 7-second, 2 combination victory and damn near behead Miranda Atkins. That's not a good. It's not a good look for women's boxing either. She deserved better than that, because she's gonna be mixed up in all the criticism that's gonna rain down on women's boxing. When we get out into the cyberspace doing what we do as boxing fans and whatnot. In the opener, Evan Anthony Sanchez against Isuf Kinda. Not a bad fight. Not a bad opening fight. Evan Sanchez thought he definitely could have used his jab more and, quit loading up and headhunting and whatnot, but that's how he chose to do it. Kinda, the guy was older, more experienced, but didn't have a lot of power and whatnot. It was a decent fight to watch. All in all, I'm glad to see DAZN back. Definitely glad to cash in on my my subscription that I can't get out of and can't get no refund for and whatnot. So that's that, man. I'm not gonna hold you up. Ortiz is coming. They got to do something with him, give him a shot. My name is Wood, man. Bite down, boxer. Don't let them count you out. Pay me no mind, sports and entertainment. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Friday night fights, good action. Hard to be mad at that. Peace.